Welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Magic Girl, aka the Buff Collector, and today we're going to be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Unmasked Shriek. But first, if you're new, then welcome. This channel's all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunting them, taking pics of them, and of course, playing with them. I upload new content constantly throughout the week, so make sure you hit that bell icon so you stay notified when I do upload new videos. And if you guys want to support the channel in any way, all I ask is that you guys watch my videos from start to finish, as well as going ahead and hitting that like button if you're enjoying the content that I put out. It's free and easy for you to do, and it really helps the channel grow. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is a very small goal of mine to try to reach at least one new subscriber per new video that I put out. So please be my one new subscriber for this video. Thank you so much in advance, and join me every Sunday morning for Coffee and Toys, a weekly toy news, toy talk podcast where we will go over all the latest and great toy news, reviews, pre-orders, and so much more. The information on this channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. As always, thank you so much to this channel sponsor, CoolFigurez Store. Check them out for your Funko Pop, anime, Pokemon, and toy print needs. And of course, use code CoolFigurez at checkout for 10% off your order. CoolFigurez Store, check them out, guys. With all of that out of the way, once again, we're going to be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Unmasked Shriek. So I had absolutely no intentions of getting this figure, guys. I actually came across him multiple times in my own Target, and I passed him up. However, in my town, I do have a store called The Outlet, and as the name would suggest, it has outlet stuff inside of it. So that means it gets crushed toy boxes from the local Target, and they had a few of these guys for about $11. So I said, what the fuck, why not? Gives you guys content, gives me a new figure, and they are going to continue to add to the Batman Beyond line, so I am excited about that. So I figured, why not? And I did want some extra hand pulse things, so it just kind of worked out in my opinion. I guess I talked myself into it, but like I said, $11 for a DC Multiverse figure, and I have to admit, now that I have it in hand, I'm not hating it as much as I thought I would. Not that I would hate it, and I hated it before. I just didn't want it or care for it, but now that I have it, I'm actually kind of liking it a lot more. The detailing in the face is very well done. Despite it coming from an animated series, it's that nice clash and merge of animated series and real life. So it's super cool to have, and if they are going to continue the Batman Beyond wave, it'll be super cool just to continue to add and have all the figures in that line, because I am definitely a fan of that show. I grew up watching it alongside the animated series, and so I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that show, and so I am happy to get any and all figures that we get with them. But like I said, I just wasn't willing to pay full price for this version of Shriek when I already had the regular Build-A-Figure version. Not that I even wanted the Build-A-Figure part, I just wanted that Shriek, but, it comes with the helmet on, and that was, the cool part is having the whole costume and everything. But now that I have that one and I have this one, I have to admit they are still both equally cool. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at all the stuff that he comes with. He, of course, comes with the typical DC Multiverse McFarlane stand, and honestly, guys, now that I get a toy without a stand, I kind of miss getting a stand with the toy. So I'm super happy that McFarlane is still doing that and continuing to do that. And of course, you do also get the trading card. This I can take or leave, not a big deal to me. There's the front and there's the back. You can pause the video to read it if you want. And of course, he does come with the 2 pulse hand accessories, whereas the Build-A-Figure version, which is actually $5 more, only comes with 1, and it's not round either. It's more of like a sound wave looking, so it is a little bit cooler, but it is only 1. And I believe that he did that because he knew that this would be a less sought out version of Shriek since he is unmasked. So that's why he gave him 2 pulse hands to kind of give him an edge. That's just my opinion. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and pull him forward so we can take a nice closer look at him. Whoops. So he is essentially the same lower body as the original Shriek, just a new head sculpt. And as you can see, like I said, it is a great merge between the realistic and the cartoon animated series look. So I am actually kind of digging it, and in fact, I'm kind of liking him for just like a typical bad guy. Now that I'm looking at him, he can just be a typical bad guy, like in a super suit, you know what I mean? Kind of like a Lex Luthor type of guy. So this is actually working out pretty well, because originally I was using my Hazard Squad Gomez to go up against like the AIM scientists from the Marvel Legends line, but I feel like this guy can actually be someone Gomez goes up against. I don't know. I'm just starting to think out loud and get some great ideas for my toy photography. So it's just great because, like I said, I had no intentions of buying this guy. But now that I do have him, I am just loving him and I'm getting so many great ideas. But once again, the body is the same as the Build-A-Figure Shriek release because it is just a regular costume. Since this fell off, let's go ahead and take a nice closer look at it. There's the back side, here's the front side. It has little ridges, little pulse things coming out the sides, but nothing too much to it. So yeah, like I keep stating, it is the same lower body, but still really cool to have. So let's go ahead and take a nice close look at that head sculpt. It is very nicely well detailed, very villain looking like, you know what I mean? So it just looks and screams, I am a villain. So that's why I keep thinking, like, I can definitely just use this guy in my toy photography for so much cool stuff. So with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at his articulation. He can look all the way to the right, all the way to the left. He does get some really good head bobble and swabble and all that stuff. He does look down that far. He does look up pretty far, which is really cool. His arms do go out all the way. His shoulder pads are attached to his lower part, so they do move out of the way. You do get 360 rotation at the shoulder. You do get a butterfly joint in there. You do get 360 rotation at the bicep right there. Double hinge elbows, so he goes in all the way. You do get rotation at the wrist as well as in and out hinging right there. No articulation in the hands. Rotation at the upper torso, rotation at the lower torso. And the one thing I do like about this Shriek is that unlike some of the newer McFarlane figures that we're getting, he doesn't have that diaper look to it. It does look like it's a separate piece, but that's kind of just how his outfit and uniform is. So it doesn't really stand out as much as it on like the Nightwing figure. So with that being said, he can join the cheerleading squad. Look at that. Man, Shriek is really flexible. I'm actually really liking these new joints that McFarlane's using. They can actually get some really good articulation. He can kick out pretty far as well, so that's really cool. Kick back that far. Does come with double hinge knees, which allow him to go back that much. His ankles do go down that far, up that far. Ball rocker hinge joint right there. And of course, toe articulation. So all in all, like I said, actually a really great figure, and if you happen to find him, I would highly suggest getting him because, like I said, just the head sculpt alone is really good, and he can just definitely fill in as a typical bad guy villain in a lot of different scenarios for different toy photography uses or displays if you don't even have Batman Beyond or if you're not even a Batman Beyond fan. But yeah, guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some really cool pics that I took of this guy, and we'll be right back. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you enjoyed those pics, you can find the full images over on Instagram at CoolFigurez. And I do have a separate Instagram account for my more thought out, planned out, more edited pics called Epic Shots by CoolFigurez. Check it out if you like what you see. Leave me a follow there as well. If you guys want to see the unboxing of this figure or any other figures I do reviews on for this channel, check me out over on TikTok at CoolFigurez. That's where I do all my unboxings because when I get a new toy, guys, I am like a child and I cannot wait to rip it open. So I don't wait to set up my YouTube studio. No, I just film it on my phone real quick and upload it to TikTok. So check me out at CoolFigurez. Once again, join me every Sunday morning for Coffee and Toys, a weekly toy news, toy talk podcast where we will go over all the latest and great toy news, reveals, pre-orders, and so much more. Once again, thank you so much to this channel sponsor, VRare Store. Check them out for all your Funko Pop, anime, Pokemon, and toy print needs. And of course, use code CoolFigurez at checkout for 10% off your order. VRare Store, check them out, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. But whether or not you're a subscriber, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really do appreciate it. As always, I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.